Welcome to our first OWASP ZAP meetup. So during this session, we'll be exploring web application security. So how to use OWASP ZAP. OWASP ZAP is an open source security tool that you can use to test your applications for security vulnerabilities. So firstly, we'll be exploring the top OWASP web vulnerabilities known as the OWASP top 10, and then we'll have a demo on how to use OWASP ZAP to test our applications for those web vulnerabilities. So our first speaker will be Ramsey Ibe. Ramsey Ibe will be taking us through the top 10 OWASP vulnerabilities. Yeah, Ramsey Ibe, over to you.
Okay, hello guys. Again, my name is Ramsey B, and today we are going to be talking about OWASP top 10 web vulnerabilities for 2021, which is the latest. And we are using Michael Foreman's presentation. So what we are going to be covering today is who is OWASP, what is OWASP top 10, and OWASP top 10 overview and what's new, because it's been updated all the time. So who is OWASP? OWASP is a worldwide non-profit organization founded in 2001. The full meaning of OWASP is Open Web Application Security Project, which their mission or goal is to make software security visible. So OWASP Top 10 is one of the most successful or the most successful OWASP projects, which it contains the 10 most critical web application security flaws. OWASP top 10 are being released like every 3 to 4 years. The first version was released in 2004, while the most current one is OWASP top 10 of 2021. So OWASP top 10 of 2021, the first, the most critical, you have broken access control. The second, cryptography failures. The third, injection. The fourth, insecure design. The fifth, security misconfigurations. Sixth, you have vulnerable and outdated components. Seventh, you have identification and authentication failures. Then number 8, you have software and data integrity failures. Number 9, you have security login and monitoring failures. And number 10, you have server-side request forgery, also known as SSRF. If you look at OWASP top 10 of 2017, you have seen that we compare to 2021, there are some things that have been added, some things have been removed or added into another category. So there are other OWASP top 10 of 2017, like cross-site scripting, XML external entities, insecure deserialization has been added to other categories. So what can you do now? So the first OWASP top 10 vulnerability, the most critical, is broken access control. It moved up from fifth position to the first, which is the elevation of privilege or privilege escalation. Broken access control means like an admin user, you can act as an like a user who logged in to a platform, and he can, if the access controls are not sufficiently enforced, the user can access admin or can gain admin privileges. So this is all about broken access control, when you are able to access things that are not normally supposed to be for you. So when you can act as a user or you can log in as another user, that's broken access control. Meanwhile, when you are not supposed to log in as another user, so viewing or editing someone else's account without the person's permission, or which is not supposed to be so, that's indirect object reference or insecure direct object reference, also known as IDO. There's also cross-origin resource sharing misconfiguration that allows API access from unauthorized or untrusted origins. So example, if you can see from the screen, when you application provides this service, get app info, and me as an attacker, I know that okay, there might be broken access control on this platform. So this get app info is the one for normal user, or is the endpoint for normal user. But if I'm able to append get admin app info and I'm able to access it without supplying admin credentials or without verification if I'm the admin, then that's broken access control. We are accessing something you're not supposed to access without sufficient authorization to actually validate that you are allowed to access it. So if you see example 2 unverified parameters, this is if you are coding or stuff like that. An attacker can modify. If you see from this account parameter, it takes a value. So if for my own account, the account parameter takes a value number 1 or takes my name Ramsey, and I'm able to modify the name into Salome and I'm able to access Salome's account, then that's broken access control. How to prevent broken access control? By default, you're supposed to deny access to resources except for public resources. Like admin panels or admin dashboards are supposed to be disabled by default from outside, except the admin wants to log in from outside. And you are supposed to implement access control mechanisms on the server side on all requests. So if a user wants to access admin dashboards, the user is supposed to supply sufficient information to indicate that he is the admin. If somebody can access the admin dashboard without providing admin credentials or without proving that they are the admin, then they are suffering from broken access control. Then if you can check from example 1 on how to prevent the broken access control, this function, if a user has admin permissions, then you can return admin app information or you can return admin dashboard, else authorization error. So if I want to log in into the admin dashboard or if I visit the admin dashboard and I don't have admin permissions or admin privilege, then it's supposed to return an authorization error. If it does not return an authorization error and it presents to me admin dashboard, then there is an access control fail using insufficient cryptography or serialized objects from untrusted sources. So the number 9 vulnerability, which is security logging and monitoring failures, insufficient login, like logs, keeping logs of logins and failed logins, and high value transaction.
The system is not good to. And then if you're using Windows or Linux, I'm going to share you a tutorial that you can use so this is the tutorial right here that I'm scrolling through. So you can use this tutorial to maybe to install OWASP ZAP on your machine, be it if you're using Windows or macOS. So right, let's get into it. In order for us to do that, we need the OpenJDK. So on my computer, I already have OpenJDK 11 installed. So in order for me to verify that, I'll just do Java ---- version. So just like a brief summary of how to install OWASP ZAP, you need OpenJDK 11 or a greater version. You go to the official site, that's the official OWASP ZAP documentation, and then you download the package from there. And then once you've downloaded the package, you have to extract it, and then you can either use those commands to have it on your applications, or you can just run the zap.sh file as a program and you're good to go. OWASP ZAP is kind of like an all-in-one place where you can perform various attacks on a specific target, and it's going to give you like the various vulnerabilities that you can find in a web page. So for this tutorial, we are going to be attacking this website. So Google Gruyere appspot.com, right? I'll just copy this link here, and then I'm going to come and paste it inside here. And then right, so now that I've pasted that, and then yes, we use traditional spider, and then we click on the attack. So once we click on the attack, you see down here, it's loading. So it's performing like different attacks on this URL that I provided to it.
down here you can see like the various alerts that you have, right? So you have, or yeah, you can see like the red flag stands for a high attacks. Here you have medium, and then here you have low. So if I come to alerts here, I'll be able to see um okay. So from this site, sorry, let's first of all go through the site. So from this site here, you can see like the various things that you can see like the various links that it accessed. So now if I come on the alerts here, you have content security policy. And then if I double click on it, you have like the description of what content security policy means. You have the risk. So is it a medium risk? Is it a high risk? And then you have like the solution. So how do you solve this? This was an automated scan, right? You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is just provide the link that you have provided, and then you perform the scan, and then that's just it. So it performs the scan, and then you can see like the different alerts on you can see like the different vulnerabilities on this alert page, and then like you have the description of what the vulnerability means and then how to solve it. One thing that I need to notice, this is a very powerful tool if you know how to use it properly, and you can you can literally add context, like you can use it for authentication, and there are plenty of other things that you can do with it. Even to test for your APIs, you can still test for your APIs. So yeah, I think I'm done. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you learned something.